Welcome to this video on the history of forensic science. The word forensic comes from the Latin word forensis, meaning forum. In ancient Rome, accused and accusers argued their cases in a public meeting place, and the individual with the best argument won. Forensic science is the application of science to matters of law. It draws upon many different fields, including anatomy, biology, chemistry, and technology. In 3rd century China, an early forensic investigation used an experiment to prove murder. A death investigator noticed the victim's corpse did not have ashes in its mouth. By burning a live pig and a dead pig, he proved the victim was dead before the fire, leading to a confession. In Egypt, around 300 BC, King Ptolemy I made it acceptable for physicians and medical students to cut open the human body for discovery. This practice was an extension of mummification. Herophilus, known as the father of anatomy, was the first physician to dissect human bodies. It is rumored that he performed 600 vivisections on criminals, possibly with King Ptolemy in attendance. The word autopsy comes from Greek words meaning to see for oneself. To better understand anatomy, artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo performed autopsies. The first autopsies to determine the cause of death were carried out in Bologna, Italy, in 1302. These are some of the detailed pencil drawings of human anatomy from Leonardo da Vinci, demonstrating an early scientific approach to understanding the human body. Archimedes, between 287 and 212 BCE, used water displacement to prove that a king's crown was not solid gold by measuring its density. This eureka moment is considered the earliest account of forensic science. In 49 AD, Agrippina, the wife of Emperor Claudius and mother of Nero, ordered the beheading of Claudius's mistress. When the head was delivered, Agrippina used a distinctive discolored tooth as proof of the identity. This is the first account of forensic odontology. The job of crowner was created in 1149 by King Richard I to determine how much an estate owed the crown. Later, the crowner investigated questionable deaths. The title eventually evolved into the modern term, coroner. Forensic entomology has early roots in 12th century China. A murder case involving a sickle was solved when a death investigator had everyone in the town bring their sickles to one location. Flies, attracted by the smell of blood, gathered on only one of the sickles, revealing the weapon used in the murder. Confronted with the evidence, the murderer confessed. The first police were appointed by Henry III in 1253. They worked only at night and were known as the Watch of London. They later became known as Old Charlies and were paid by the residents they served. In 1511, Richard Hun, imprisoned for heresy, was found dead in his cell. The prison claimed suicide, but blood evidence proved he had been murdered, demonstrating the power of forensic evidence. In 1670, Anton van Leeuwenhoek constructed a simple microscope and presented it to the Royal Society. This development of increasingly powerful microscopes paved the way for the study of microscopy, which is now essential in forensics. In 1775, Paul Revere identified the body of General Warren, which was disinterred from a mass grave, by recognizing the false teeth he had made for the general. The first documented use of physical evidence in a conviction occurred in 1784. A torn piece of newspaper, retrieved from a victim's head wound, matched a piece found in the convicted Englishman's pocket. During Europe's Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, populations and crime rates in towns increased significantly. In 1794, the first case of a bullet comparison used evidence to convict the murderer. The lead from the bullet was matched to the suspect's mold. In 1803, the first recorded case of using a tool mark to solve a crime took place in Lancaster, England. The distinctive markings left on the victim's skull were compared to the suspect's axe. The first forensic science textbook, The Complete System of Forensic Medicine, was established in 1823 in America. In Edinburgh, the demand for bodies led to murder for medicine. Burke and Hare became known as the first serial murderers after killing 16 people and selling the bodies to a local anatomist, John Knox. In 1829, Robert Peel, the British Home Secretary, established the London Metropolitan Police, known as the Bobbies. This force replaced the Old Charlies, who were paid by locals. Mathieu Orfila, known as the father of forensic toxicology, made significant contributions to the field of toxicology, including a test for arsenic. Alphonse Bertillon, the father of criminal identification, developed anthropometry, a system using body measurements for personal identification. The Bertillon system, or Bertillonage, involved precisely measuring 11 different parts of the body for record-keeping. The first professional police forces in the United States began in Boston in 1827, followed by New York in 1844 and Philadelphia in 1857, with all major cities having one by the 1870s. In 1850, Allan Pinkerton established Pinkerton's National Detective Agency. They created a rogues gallery, a precursor to mugshots, and Pinkerton later became head of Secret Services during the Civil War. In 1856, Sir William Herschel, working in India, began using thumbprints on documents to identify workers, marking an early step in fingerprint identification. In 1877, one of the earliest photographs used in a criminal case helped convict the perpetrator of a murder in Massachusetts. In 1880, Henry Faulds developed the first classification system for fingerprints. He used fingerprints to eliminate an innocent suspect and identify a criminal in Scotland. In 1887, the fictional detective Sherlock Holmes, created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, first appeared in print, inspiring new methods of crime solving. Francis Galton, in 1892, published the first textbook on fingerprints. He also defined the minimum number of ridges needed for fingerprint identification, which is still in use today. Hans Gross is considered the father of forensic publications. In 1893, he published the first treatise describing the application of science to criminal investigation. In 1896, Edward Henry developed a comprehensive fingerprint classification system, which is used in the US and Europe today. In 1898, France became the first country to use fingerprinting as a means of criminal identification. In 1900, Scotland Yard replaced the Bertillon system with a fingerprint identification system. The Metropolitan Police's crime database is now called HOMES, for Home Office Large Major Inquiry System. Also in 1900, Karl Landsteiner identified human blood groups, a discovery for which he would later receive the Nobel Prize in 1920. In 1901, Sir Edward Henry used his fingerprint classification system to identify a burglar in London, leading to a conviction. The first official use of fingerprinting in the United States occurred in 1902 in New York City. In 1903, the New York State prison system began using fingerprints for criminal identification. Edmond Locard, the father of the crime lab, established the first forensic lab in Lyon, France in 1910. He is also known for developing the Locard's exchange principle. Locard's exchange principle states that every contact leaves a trace. Whenever two objects come into contact, there is a transfer of material, essential for crime scene investigation.